Hey everyone, this is Tally with TGN and welcome to the Firelands. This is Ragnaros 25-man normal mode. Let's go over a few things here. Don't get hit by lava waves, okay? It'll just give you Sarth nightmares and we don't want that. Have someone that can negate fall damage to handle the magma traps. Spread out for molten seed. Leave the central area of the room clear. You will see why once we get into the video. Designate slows for the Sons of Flame. Don't let them touch the hammer. No hammer, fuck your face in this one. Move with blazing heat. Do not heal the ads with it. Living meteor, oh my gods, run away from it and don't kite it into Towley. Jesus, ponies, I hate you. Okay, let's get right into the fight here. Now, Ragnaros is a very fun fight. It's two tanks. What's going to happen is Rag puts a debuff on the tank that stacks fire damage. Now, at first we were taunting at about 5 stacks. We decided later on it's safer just to taunt at 3, and then after the tank's debuff falls off, just basically taunt it back, and we just rinse and repeat the entire fight. Now, his damage isn't that crazy. It's about like 45, 50k hits or so. Nothing that the healers can't handle. So I basically geared for more of a stamina. With my glyphs, I went with the Glyph of Divine Protection just to negate some of that fire damage, make it easier on the healers. So he has Sulphurous Smash, as you saw right there. He lands his hammer right into the middle of the room, or wherever he wants to smash it, really. He targets a player, and he smashes his hammer down, and it creates 3 lava waves. You can tell which direction the lava waves are going to go from looking at the circles on the ground that it leaves after he lifts his hammer back up. So if you want to actually dodge it, just stand in between the circles from a distance, of course, at a diagonal angle, and you'll be okay. You'll see it several times during this video. He also leaves magma traps. Now, magma traps, when triggered, cause a magma eruption. So what you want to do is, you don't want to start leaving traps all over the room because they stay there for the entirety of the fight. So we designate probably, I'm not sure what we used, but you could use a Shadow Priest, a Mage, a Warlock. Because what happens is, once you actually trigger the trap, as you saw there, someone triggered the trap. It was massive AoE damage the entire raid, about 61,000 fire damage. So what's going to happen is, you trigger the trap, and once you trigger the trap, it launches the player up into the air, and then they're going to take fall damage. So you want someone who can negate fall damage. Someone who can slow fall down, levitate down, Warlock Portal, etc. Your choice. You have plenty of choices. So phase 1 is basically that. Magma traps, designate someone to trigger them. Call out when you're triggering them. Do like a 3, 2, 1, popping it. Bam. So then the healers know to get everyone up really quick. There's going to be a knockback. There's Sulphurous Smash. With the knockback, you want to watch out where you're standing. You want to keep spread out during the entire fight. You don't really want to be standing too close to each other. I almost got knocked back into a wave. So here we go into transition. Splitting blow. I can't help but think. He's going to smash his hammer in 3 areas of the room. Either the middle, the right, or the left. Now, these Sons of Flame need to be slowed, stunned, whatever you want to call it. If they reach the hammer, they will create a supernova, causing about 90,000 fire damage to everyone in the raid. Tanks can survive it. I'm pretty sure other clothies and melee probably cannot. So I was designated, okay, we had a strategy here. If the hammer landed all the way to the right side where we were tanking, there's 4 ads that spawn on each side of the room, right? So the top one we call number 1, 2, 3, 4 down. On the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So if the hammer landed on the right side of the room, I would be 1. If it was in the middle, I would be 3. You just got to designate stuns. Use everything in your arsenal. So now we're going to have to go with phase 2 here. We're going to deal with Molten Seeds, okay? Molten Seeds spawn under random people's feet. I think almost everyone. I'm not sure how many. So this is the reason why we leave the room clear. Because those molten seeds explode. The farther you are away from the seeds, the less damage you take. From these seeds come these molten elementals. These molten elementals, I don't believe have an aggro table. I believe they just fixate on a certain target, and that's about it. So you basically AoE the crap out of them down. And tanks, you have to be very careful. When you're actually going and stacking, make sure one of the 2 tanks has aggro on Rag and is in melee range. There's a wave right there. Didn't have to deal with it because the wave does not go, I guess, forward. It kind of just goes back left and right. So here we are. Now in this phase, it's basically just controlling where you stand for the molten seeds. No one should be standing in the middle of the room. Only pets and shit are going to be there. Now molten seeds, depending on there we go. So right now he does engulfing flames. So if he does engulfing flames in the melee, you want to take every one of the molten seeds and stack right back to the middle. And try to stay a little close as possible. Now, during this molten seed, he's going to also do what you might call it, a goddamn sulfurous smash. So you have to quickly move the entire raid so you don't get hit by the sulfurous smash. There we go. Perfect. Oh, in that situation, you always want to stand in the back left. So right there, you saw how the triangle was pointed south, east, and west. You want to kind of stand southeast, and that's the perfect spot to stay, and you won't get hit by the waves or anything. Burn down the ads, and also make sure you have raid cooldowns, okay? Make sure you have raid cooldowns for when you stack up, because everyone's still going to take damage from the seeds exploding. So make sure you spread out, keep the center of the room completely clear, because when molten seeds are cast, you want everyone to be able to have a good stack point away from the seeds so you don't take that extra damage. And like I said, from a tank perspective, nothing crazy. Here we go. Seed spawn. Everyone stacks to the middle. I get a Guardian Spirit. I'm going to pop my Divine Guardian on this one. I was the third raid wall. And there you go. That's it. There we go. All in come the molten elementals. Make sure not to stand too close to the engulfing flames that he's casting right there. By the way, engulfing flames will probably be casted either in the front, middle, or the back of the room. It's very random. And here we go. Splitting blow. So he's going to put this one, I think, right snap dab in the middle of the room. So instead of having one, I have three. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, a lava scion spawns. The other tank grabs the lava scions. These lava scions give you blazing heat. Certain people have a debuff called blazing heat. Now, what blazing heat does is it causes them to create a trail of blazing heat in the wake of the player. It's kind of like a fire trail behind your ass. And it deals 51, maybe 60k fire damage every second. And it will heal the Sons of Flame and the lava scions for 10% every 1 second that it's touching it. So you do not want the Sons of Flame to touch that trail of fire, which is why you take the fire trail and you kite it to the outside of the room. So what we do here is we kill the Sons of Flame. We don't let it touch the hammer so we don't get supernovaed. And we pop Hero Lust. I'd love to say Lust. I'll just say Lust from now on. I don't care. We pop Lust, we burn down the scions, and here we go. Now we're going into crazy mode. We're going to be doing some Indiana Jones work here, and momentarily you're going to hear the vent conversation that was going on in about the last 8% of the encounter. So get ready for that. I'll just stop talking when that happens. Now during this fight, Holy Shield is a very useful tool. I popped Holy Shield probably most of the time when I got in trouble, when I got low on HP. Sometimes we took way too many stacks of the Burning Wound, I believe it's called, that the tanks receive. And, you know, you can't expect the healers. You know, the healers are moving as well throughout the entire fight. I didn't hear any call-outs for healers that can't heal the tanks. But here we go. The Living Meteors are out. Now, Living Meteors are basically these roly balls that kind of like Indiana Jones style. You know, they fixate on somebody. And once they fixate on that someone, you have to kite them away. You can't kite them into everyone else. Like, everyone has to move away from the ball. I actually died of this, as you'll see in the last 8%. Ponies, our resto druid, had, I believe, 2 of them fixated on him. And, like, he just started kiting them into the tank area. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I'm moving left. I was totally trapped. I couldn't move out of it. It has a very, like, wide radius. So if you get anywhere near it, it'll just explode for, like, 500,000 damage, punt you in the air, and throw you somewhere. In my case, it threw me into the hot liquid magma. And this makes this fight, I mean, this part's pretty easy. Kiting these Living Meteors isn't that hard. At this point, it's just a burn phase. Just burn the crap out of Rag. He's still going to do Sulfurous Smash. He's still going to do other abilities during this phase. Just remember everything you learned in the first few phases, and everything will be okay. Ooh, my coffee's ready. Woot. So while you listen to Vent, I could take a little coffee break. Un poquito de café cubano colado. Sí, sí. Cafecito? Okay. And engulfing flames. Don't stand in them. They'll spawn throughout the room. And Hope you guys enjoy the event and the screaming at the end and the yelling, etc., and all that good shit. This fight was pretty intense. 750 viewers went nuts when the shit went down. Thanks, guys. Be right back.
Switches.
Don't get hit. Careful out in golf.
Just want a dragon.
Taunting.
He's berserk 30.
Keep going. We only got to get him to 10%. 8 more percent. Just pop everything. 8%.
Stay out of the path.
These second pots if you guys have any.
7%.
That's gonna need to be hit like kind of soon. I don't have anywhere to go. Hit the one coming to me.
5%. Come on, keep it up.
Smash.
Everything you got. 4%. I got cooldown.
Hit that one coming to me.
Smash. Or flame.
I'm down.
Keep the DPS.
He's berserked. 1%. Come on.
Nukem, come on.
Pressing my button!
Use immunity.
We should.
It's not dead yet. Fucking use immunities if you have it. Dragon.
Nice! Yeah! Who the fuck just killed me with the boulder? Don't you know how to do the fight?
Go die, Cross.
Mass res.
Go die!
Quiet. Mass res. Good job,
FYI,
Evan.
Everyone open the
look
chest.
where I am, and you don't get hit by like anything here.
Stay out of.
And there you have it. That was pretty great. Martin Carr there trying to keep everyone under control before they flip out. But yeah, man, like I saw 2 balls rolling to the right, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do here? So I start going back, and I'm like, I can't go back, I can't go forward, I can't go left because they have a huge radius. So I went all the way to the right, and he walks with me to the right, and I'm like, get away from the tank. I don't even know why he kited it into the tank area. I was like, ponies, I hate you. But love you, ponies. No homo. Anyway, that's the fight. Here's the loot. We did get a mount. I'm not sure if the mount actually drops every single time, but the mount was badass. Yeti got the mount, Yeti Bear. And basically, that's pretty much the entire encounter. It's pretty easy. And in my opinion, Domo was harder than this. Domo is harder than this fight, in my opinion. This one just takes a lot of coordination. The Sons of Flame, they kind of remind me of the Valks on Lich King Heroic. You kind of have to get them to a certain percent or kill them in normal mode or whatever before they actually jump off the cliff and they grab someone and they, throw you off of there. I know, I've been thrown off there before. And the fight just has very simple mechanics. The Living Meteor thing, I don't know. That's probably just a mechanic that's used just to be annoying. But all this loot dropped. We got, I think, Conk and Protector on this one. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. We're going to go right to Stormwind so we can see the mount Yeti's wearing. This was a server first, by the way. Not that we get the achievement for server first, but it was a server first. I believe the Flying Hellfish were second about an hour later because they were still in their live stream. Here I am in Stormwind. Let's do it. And, yeah, thank you to all the support on the live stream, justin.tv/Towley. We had 750 people viewing the event and the downing, and people were going insane. People were going crazy. There was so much spam. We could just block out the sun. I didn't even try to put the chat in the slow mode. It just went off, and people were just laughing and having a good time. And that's what it's all about, live streaming, playing this game, working with TGN. It's about having a good time, doing everything right. And there's the mount. Badass, man. I don't know. That or Ashes of Alar. I don't know. The fire trail from Ashes of Alar makes it very unique. But this sucker looks badass. It's kind of like a proto-drake in the form of a flamey bird with armor. And the armor looks cool. Doesn't look too cool with a Goblin Warlock, though. Is that a gnome or a goblin? I can't tell. So there you go. Standing Mode Storm when everyone was like, ooh, shiny. We've never seen that one before. This has been Towley with TGN bringing you server first, Kill Jaden Alliance. Huge in Japan. Huge-guild.net. We are recruiting. I mean, what can I say? It was a fun fight. Not as hard as I thought it would be, but there you go. Facebook.com/Tally, Justin.tv/Tally for my live stream. HolyShield.com is my personal website. Visit there. Twitter.com/Tal the Tank. Thank you everyone for all your support. Thumbs up this video. Thumbs it up. Support, comment, suggestions, other strategies. Tally with TGN. Peace out.